Today's topic, how to impress a guy. Today I want to show you how to really impress him. And the first thing you can do is to impress a guy with your funniest story. You don't have to start like that woman in American Pie, where she says one time in band camp. You don't have to do that. But I know that you have a funny story to tell. I know that there's something that happened to you. Maybe with friends, maybe with family, something on a vacation, just something that's memorable, something that's fun, that's playful, that you can share on a first date. And if you share a funny story with him, you invite him to share a funny story with you. And boom, it just takes two stories and you have a wonderful conversation, you both have a good laugh and you connect with each other. And when you start doing this at the beginning of a date, it can ease the tension, because usually a first date can be very serious. You are a little bit nervous, he's a little bit nervous, or maybe you are both totally nervous, and you then sit in front of each other or next to each other and go, so, do you come here often? And then you have a very boring date. And if you instead start the conversation with a funny story, this can make all the difference. This can put him at ease, it can put yourself at ease, and then you are both in this playful vibe, and then you can just connect through your stories. And you can impress a guy by being passionate about your life and your work. I was once on a date, I will never forget that, with a woman who was a nursing student. And she was so passionate about helping other people, and she shared stories from her family. Her mom was also a nurse. And at some point, I really had to hold back tears. I thought like, oh God, I'm gonna cry here on the first date, because she was so passionate about her work. And this made me feel amazing. It made me feel, yeah, this woman is incredible. I want to date this woman. Unfortunately, she didn't want to date me, but that's another story. Hey, I tried my best. But when you are in this position where you talk about your work, no matter what you do, find something you are passionate about. Maybe you're not really passionate about your work, but maybe there's one colleague who you get along with, or maybe you have a higher purpose that you're passionate about, or maybe even if you can't find anything in your work, then find something that you are passionate about in your life. The more passionate you are when you communicate, the more he will look at you and think, wow, this woman is more than just a pretty face. This woman has an incredible personality. This woman is passionate about life. I want to be with this woman. And if you then also make him obsessed with you, if you combine your passionate attitude and talking about your passions with the exact technique that you discover if you click on the link in the description and watch this video till the very end, and you then make him obsessed with you in the process of sharing your stories and of sharing your passions with him, I mean, then it's a done deal. Then he will go out with you again, and then he'll already think in his mind while walking home, I want her to be my girlfriend. And you can also impress a guy by offering to pay for your drinks. And now you might be saying, Sebastian, I don't want to do that. I want him to pay for my drinks. Yes, that might be true, and I can only give you this as an advice, and you don't have to follow it. Let's say it like this. You are a free human being. You can say, no, Sebastian, screw you. I don't want to do that. However, and that's a really big however, if you want to date a highly successful man, if you want to date an accomplished man, if you want to date a man who has big goals and dreams, then I can highly, and I really mean highly, recommend that you offer to pay for your drinks if you're on a date with him. Because especially successful men, and I count myself as one of them, even though I'm not insanely successful, but I operate several successful businesses, and I know a lot of successful men. And as a successful man, I'm afraid, and I really mean terrified, of going on a date with a woman who's just into it for the money. And a lot of successful men I talk to have the same attitude. So what happens when you offer to pay for your drinks, even if it's just $2? If you show him that you make an effort in paying for your own stuff, this means you are financially independent, and this impresses him, because then he knows, okay, this woman wants to spend time with me. She's not in it for the free drinks, she's not in it for the free meal, she wants me, she has an interest in me. And this will put a big smile on his face. And yes, believe it or not, but the $2 that you spend on your drink can make all the difference when it comes to him wanting a second date with you. And you can impress a guy by really listening to his goals and dreams. Not just by saying, yeah, oh, interesting, yeah. Instead of doing that, communicate the same passion that you communicated before while you were talking about your passions. Let him know that you are interested in his life. Ask him questions. Try to find out more. When a man has the feeling that the woman they are on a date with shows an interest in their passions, in their goals, oh boy, I mean, that's the sweet spot. I still remember the first date with my girlfriend. She actively showed an interest in my passions. When I told her about my goal, that I want to support charities in the future, she was all ears. When I told her about my goals in business, about the products I want to create, she asked me questions. And that's what fascinated me about her. And impress a guy by making him feel like a hero when he's with you. There's one big problem that almost every man faces. And that's at some point when we're in the dating process, we believe that we have to decide between the woman we are with and between our purpose, between our mission in life. I don't know why we do this, probably because of social conditioning, because we believe that, oh, women are holding us back and, I just have to follow my purpose. If I have a relationship, this will hold me back, which is of course completely stupid when you think about it, because we both know that the right woman, and I assume that you are the right woman, can lift him up and make it even more likely for him to succeed. But he has to understand that on a deep fundamental level. And if you click on the link in the description and you watch this video, then you will find out more about the hero instinct, and you will discover how you can give him the feeling that he no longer has to choose between you and his mission in life. Instead, he will see you and the relationship with you as a part of his purpose, as a part of his mission. And then he will treat you like his queen in your relationship. And then he won't doubt the relationship, and he will continue to pursue his goals while he also continues to pursue you and make an effort when it comes to your relationship. And then you can have a happy and fulfilling relationship with a man who was once not willing to commit. But if you make him obsessed with you by activating his hero instinct, he will be committed to you. And if you want to learn how to do that, the link is in the description, and this video might change your life. And impress a guy by not just laughing about his jokes, but by trying to play joke ping pong. Go back and forth, back and forth. Yes, it's scientifically proven that men are attracted to women who laugh about their jokes, but they're even more attracted to women who are also funny and who can challenge them a little bit. And if you are this woman, he will be impressed by you. And impress a guy with the way you treat his friends. No matter if you just meet his friends on the way from the cafe to the park and you accidentally bump into a friend, or if you actually meet his friends in a more social setting, when you, for example, start dating him and he wants to introduce you to his friends. Be nice to them, be welcoming, be friendly. Try to connect with them, even though it might be hard in the beginning, because one of his friends is a really, really stupid idiot, but still try your best to connect with this guy. And then impress a guy with choosing your dish in less than 60 seconds. I'm sorry I had to include that. And that's actually something personal which my girlfriend will hate me for, but hey, I thought I'm gonna share it. When I'm in a restaurant with her, and I experienced that with a lot of women, but she's an expert at it. She can't make up her mind. She always switches from one dish to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And it can take minutes, sometimes even more than 10 minutes, till she finally says, maybe that's the dish I want. And I always react in a very sneaky way and I say, how about this dish? You haven't had this in a long time. And then she makes up her mind. And I know it's kind of annoying that I mention it, but a lot of men told me that they really love it when they're on a date with a girl. And she makes up her mind very fast when it comes to the dish that she wants to order. I guess there are other men who have this issue. So if you then make up your mind fast, this can already impress him. And impress a guy with your uplifting and motivating text messages. Instead of just sending random text messages of, hey, how are you? Send him motivating text messages. Say, for example, yes, you can crush it in your meeting today. You are awesome. You can do it. And this again makes him feel like the hero of this relationship. And then he will be the hero and the king that you want and treat you like a queen. And then you will have a happy and fulfilled relationship. And you can, of course, also impress a guy with your flirting skills. And once you've watched the video that I prepared for you in the description, you know exactly how to flirt with him and how to give him the feeling that being with you is the best decision that he's ever made. And another way to impress a guy is to impress him with your unapologetic honesty. If you are on a first date with a guy and you tell him what you are looking for, he will appreciate it if he's the right guy. What if he's the wrong guy? Then you can thank the Lord that you got rid of this idiot. Because if you're looking for a monogamous relationship and you are on the first date and you tell him that you're looking for a monogamous relationship and that you're not looking for a hookup, and he reacts in a very defensive way and says, yeah, well, I mean, I'm not ready to settle down right now. I mean, don't you just want to hook up? Like, come on, huh? I mean, my apartment is right there. Then you already know, okay, that guy's not the right guy for me. But what if he says, hey, I really appreciate your honesty, you know, I'm looking for the same. I'm also sick and tired of the hookup culture, and believe me, there are men out there who are sick and tired of hooking up. They want a relationship as much as you want a relationship. And if you are honest about what you want and what you don't want, then you give him the chance to say, whoa, she wants the same as I want. Perfect, now I can also be honest. And then it's a match made in heaven. And another way to impress a guy, and the last point I want to mention for today, is to be kind to the people in your environment. I think you already do that, but I just thought I'd mention it because it's so important. When you're on the first date, he will observe how you interact with other people. If you are, for example, rude to the waiter in the restaurant or to the staff at the cinema, he will make a mental note in the same way as you make a mental note. And when you're kind, when you're friendly, and when you treat others with respect and with empathy, this gives him the impression that you have an amazing personality, which you have, of course. But if you communicate it to him by the way you treat others, this will make him fall for you even faster. And if you then also make him obsessed with you by using the techniques that you discover if you click on the link in the description and watch this video till the very end, I mean, then he's already your boyfriend. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. And leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.